Alright folks, Alan Rubel coming back at you for Ozark Mountain Outdoor Adventures. You guessed it, another gear review. Today we're coming at you with the Switch Lights Out from Wildgame Innovations. And I like Wildgame Innovations trail cameras. They do a really good job. They're a budget-friendly trail camera, so let's get right into it. Alright folks, well thanks again so much for tuning in with us. We definitely appreciate you so much. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to the YouTube channel. We got a lot of fun and exciting ventures coming up, and we're going to be doing some more of these gear reviews. Like I said, we're checking out the Switch Lights Out from Wildgame Innovations today, and we are going to be doing a review on this particular trail camera, but really going to do a little bit of do's and don'ts and tips and tricks on trail cam tactics in general. This is a new trail cam for me this year, and you know, I have been using them for many years, and with technology today, I mean, it is almost imperative to get into using trail cameras. If you're not using them, I highly recommend using those. I mean, they're really fun. Just, I mean, even if you're not seeing deer, just squirrel, turkey, I mean, you know, raccoons, anything that comes along through your hunting area. Hopefully these trail cameras will pick it up. But let's just real quick go over some of the specs of this Switch Lights Out from Wildgame Innovations. So let's check it out. Alright, again, let's go over these specs real quick on the Switch Lights Out. First and foremost, it is the 14 megapixels. It says it's got 60-foot illumination range and 1 second trigger speed. We're definitely going to be putting those three items to the test. And one thing I will say about this model is that it has a very easy set system as far as the zone, delay, and mode. You know, it's almost a little bit too simple than what I'm used to, but again, this is my it's a brand new camera for me, so these really are my first impressions versus, you know, having some experience. But we are going to get some feedback with these pictures from the field, and hopefully this will lead, not only will I be able to share these pictures for this review, but also share some success this fall during the course of our season 5. So anyway, the resolution for images, again, 14 megapixel and 720p on the video. I do want to try and do a little bit of testing on the video. Might do a little bit of backyard testing before we put this out into the field. I need to get on the ball because we only have about 90 days until the start of bow season. But we have up to 60 feet on the trigger speed. I mean, that is highly important for if you're putting this on a trail itself, or if you have a mineral site, or just being able to get the maximum distance from the camera to the trail or from the tree that you'll be hunting in. So that trigger sensor is pretty important. It says wide angle 6x9, 32 gigabyte SD card. It does take 8 AA batteries. That's basically your standard these days with these trail cameras. But anyway, we're going to be putting this to the test. I'm not a big fan of the design of this. Some of the Wildlife Innovations Tierra models I'm much more pleased with, and also I'll show you how this compartment opens. I think I would rather have a latch and a door than basically just the cover comes off and hangs and dangles. I'll show you that here in just a moment. I'm going to do just a real quick unboxing while I have this available to me in the house. So here we go. Again, I'm not 100% a big fan of this layout. I like the Tierra styles with the brackets on the side for the bungees. But anyway, it does come with a nice strap. I like a strap better than a bungee. I just like the cords on the side better. So it does come with a nice strap. One downside, I believe, to the design of this would be the door. See how difficult it is, and then it just comes off and just dangles here. Alright, here's my old Wildgame's Innovation Tierra 12. You can see how easy the door opens, close. A rubber gasket around here seals it watertight. Much easier, much more user-friendly, and also it is watertight compared to the rubber gasket on the inside of the lights out. A little bit questionable. That's my only complaint. The way the console reads here itself. And I do like the simplicity of this. Anyway, it runs by 8 AA batteries. Super simple camera. It does have a long 60-foot trigger on 1 second trigger speed. So hopefully the design flaw with the opening of the lid won't necessarily hurt the pictures itself. So anyway, let's get this in the field, put it to the test. Alright folks, so here we are. We've left that camera set for about 21 days. So what we did was we went in, Justin picked him a kill tree. We established a mineral site within 35 yards of the tree, about 20 yards from the camera itself. And let's check out some of these pictures here. So we let it set for about 21 days. We didn't really start getting our first pictures until about the 7th day into it. And really, like I said before, trail cams are so vital to be able to help you get an inventory of what deer are in the area, when they move through, and really help you to decide if this area is where you're going to be primarily set up. If there's shooters in the area, be able to, you know, start working in and start getting closer to a kill. But so far what we have seen is we have a nice group of does with spike. This nice doe with spike had came in several times. Also another doe and fawns. Beautiful pictures here, as you can see, very crisp and clear photos. The time stamp and date all functioning correctly. And then you know, we did have a group of small bucks come into the area. Unfortunately, these are the only bucks that we did see, and none of these, of course, are shooters. Here, this next photo I'm very impressed with, showing the distance of the trigger. This is well beyond 60 feet, I believe. I mean, they're way off in the distance. I don't know if something was in the foreground to trigger this, but you can see this is the one that we thought was a buck, but we really just could not tell. This is kind of the area where Justin had seen one approach from last year. Now you start to see some twilight photos in the AM and PM. Those twilight photos are so important because that is when you know, deer really begin to get on their feet and start to move or heading back to bed. So being able for your camera to detect and take crisp pictures in the twilight times are very important. But again, it's just fun, even if you don't have any shooter bucks coming through the area, just to see what you can capture on film. And it's just, you know, being able to see nature is definitely a blessing to be able to do that. But all in all, my first impressions of this trail cam is a very nice trail cam, a very budget-friendly trail cam. I've lost a few trail cameras or been stolen on public property, so I don't invest very much into trail cams anymore. I just purchased a Tasco 12 megapixel for $28. you know, if it gets lost or broken, then, you know, I haven't spent $300 on a trail cam. I would like to experiment a little bit more with this on the video functionality in hopes that we can get a shooter buck, some video footage, and hopefully Justin will be able to take a shooter buck from this area. Hey, if you've made it all this far, go ahead and hit like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, we're getting ready and prepared for season 5. We've got high hopes and big expectations for this season, but I hope this has helped you on your purchase. Again, we're going to be doing a little bit more on tips and tactics on how to place and help you choose your location for trail cameras coming up in a little bit later video, but this is more specifically on this particular trail cam. So anyway, thanks again so much, and we'll see you next time.